to Bear Lifestyle, the podcast where we talk about taboo topics to make them normal and acceptable. I'm your host, Simona Spark, and I'm so happy that you are here. We are about to get naked by stripping away insecurities, judgments, and all kinds of limitations to reveal the essence of who we really are Bear. Bold, authentic, radical, express. Let's go. Here we are. We are back with fabulous, wonderful Crystal. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Before we jump into a conversation that we didn't even said like what we've been talking about, we just go like free flow here, right? Tell us a little bit about you. Where are you located? What are you doing? What are you passionate about?
I'm in Miami, Florida. I'm a mother of four. I went through a lot with my kid's father. So we were divorced. So now it's been about 5 years. I started about like 4 years ago. I started a plastic surgery concierge company. So we cater to women that are flying to Florida, down to South Florida to have their bodies done. So we basically provide like full accommodations for them. We pick them up, we house them, we feed them, provide a safe environment, make sure that they're not getting scammed and things like that. I'm currently in the process of about to start filming for a reality show that's based on like women empowerment. And there's about 7 of us that will be like doing adventures and different things, kind of like showing the opposite side of like what TV shows nowadays, showing how women can come together. Yeah, there'll be like natural drama and things like that. But overall showing like the positive side of things and how we can encourage each other and support each other, collaborate and things like that.
Ah, so wonderful. Okay, so with that tiny introduction, I have 17 questions.
Ask away.
And I just want to thank you here publicly for saying yes to my invitation, because it takes confidence, but also takes courage to show up publicly and talk about the taboo topics. That's the whole space that I created here to make taboo topics, normal and acceptable.
Yes, and thank you for having me. Some of this is kind of new to me, so I still get a little nervous and stuff, but I'm passionate about things that I speak about. So
yes,
I'm all for it.
thank you. Like we all get nervous because people, especially on social media, they're mean, right? And some of them could be really cruel. But
Absolutely.
yet we still show up. We show up for that little girl to show her that it's okay to be who you are and to be confident and to speak your truth. And we show up for that woman that doesn't dare to do a like or a comment, but she gets inspired by a conversation, by a tiny little post or reel, right? So
Right.
tell me, what do you notice being the biggest struggle of judgment with women that you are taking care of when they're going to this transformational process that is such a taboo topic, right? Alteration on our own bodies.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it I would say is like mind control. It's like anything, if you've already decided that you're going to go down the route of having plastic surgery, I always encourage like my clients to do their own research with their doctor, their homes, their caretaker, whoever they're booking. But it's like anything, we're going to make our own decisions. People are not going to be happy with the decisions that we make. The good ones by us should kind of support us regardless. It's okay to voice their opinions, but at the end of the day, the women that I take care of, they should kind of know what they're doing. We're all grown, so I just support their decisions and whatever it is. Nowadays, people are very judgmental, and why do you want to be plastic? Why this? Why that? I believe every woman has a story. A lot of it is deeper, a lot of it is different insecurities, and we all have different struggles and things like that. So it's not just like about like being plastic or looking a certain way, it's just kind of like perfecting what's already there, and building like confidence. A lot of people, it is life changing and stuff. A lot of people, it brings out confidence for them, and a lot of positivity, and like the better things for them to come. And a lot of people kind of just frown upon the negatives with it, not really, I think, understanding the deeper sides of it.
Right. I appreciate you saying that, because I also want to speak the truth of there is a group of people, they're doing those alteration just for aesthetic reasons, right? And I think the majority of people are focusing on that.
Yeah,
But even they,
there,
who's to
there's
judge?
there's gonna be both. Some people do it for whatever reasons, and then, but I feel a lot more people, the celebs and certain people, those are the ones in the spotlight. Those are like the influencers. So it may seem so much bigger, but like the overall, there's thousands of people having surgery every day, and those are the people that you don't see. That some of these people, they don't even have social media, so it's not about that.
Right, right. I mean, look, I'm someone that I have a breast augmentation 19 years ago. Oh, no, wait, 20 years ago. And this was like back in Romania when, we didn't have Instagram. We didn't have access to influencer and celebrities to tell us what's up. But due to pregnancy, I lost my breast. And here I was with, young mother with a flat chest with nipples. I felt like a 12 years old boy. And it's just, I couldn't recognize myself. I didn't feel like a woman anymore, right? So I searched. And everybody that I talk with, like, they will not understand. All they could see was, oh, you're going to get cancer. Why you do this to yourself? This is vanity. This is this, this is that. And I'm like, I just want my breast back. I want to be a woman again, right? So I went with it. It's been 20 years. I have zero regrets, and was a good decision for myself, right?
Probably like 23. I'm 39 now. I think I was like 23 when I got mine done. My daughter is probably like almost a year old or so. And it wasn't like, oh my God, I want to like be out there and like flaunt my boobies around, But it was like, okay, I had a couple kids. They don't look how they look when I put on clothes, I don't feel the same. I don't look the same, let's just go ahead and just take care of that. And I don't regret it neither, like at all. Zero regrets.
Right. So I just have a conversation. I mean, not just a conversation, many conversation with people throughout the year. I'm just curious, what is your input and your perspective on this specific particular piece when the people choose to do specifically fillers in their face to the degree that they are absolutely changing how they look, like their own look. Like, who's to decide, like, where is the line? When do we stop?
I think plastic surgery is an addiction.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it definitely is. Once you realize that all it takes is like a little bit of money to like perfect something, why not just start perfecting everything? Some people are a little excessive with it. So, they'll go and get their lips done and get them done again and again and again and again. To each their own is all I can really say. If you're happy with how you look, then I love it. You know, um, everyone has, their own beautiful. Like, I mean, I'm not really to say, like to tell you how to look to be beautiful, just like who are you to really tell me at the end of the day,
Yeah.
whatever works for you. But I do think as far when it starts to affect your health, that's when you have to start taking things into consideration and things like that. Because now we don't want beauty to kill us, we don't want to chase vanity to that point. So
Right.
there is more to take into consideration.
Right. I mean, not too long ago, when it comes, especially women, right? Because we are having all this pressure of like, you have to be fit, you have to have big boobs, you have to have big butt, you have to never age.
Like, I'm 39, so like I go and I get my little Botox and I do my little lips, and like I'm not gonna say like I'm obsessed, but like I'm obsessed with wanting to be young more
Yes.
than like surgery. So there are, things like that. That's what it is. Like, I don't want to look old. I still feel young, live young,
Well, you
I
are young. You're 39. You're young. You're
yeah,
not even like halfway through your life.
right. But like you definitely start seeing like the little wrinkles and little things where you're like, you're not 20, I'm not 29, we're not so
Yes.
for a long life you're always going to compare and things like that. So yeah, once you realize that you can, work on something,
Yeah.
it's a fix.
I noticed this switch from whatever the ideal beauty is or impossible standards that we have to meet, right? Once upon a time, not too long ago, was all about internal, like people won't eat, women would starve themselves, right? Just to stay thin, just to stay this, or kill themselves into gym for muscles, for whatever. And
Right.
now the movement is a transition into now we do all those things from outside in. There is liposuction, there is like ironing the wrinkles, even creating muscles and all that, right? Do you see that trend?
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely take more care of more of the outside. I think it's an easier fix. So like most people, like, my type of patients are like, why am I going to go to the gym for a year when I could just go get on the table for an hour? Like what's the comparison when I'm doing this for what result? So like I have patients, they'll go and it's almost like a cheat. Like they'll go for the surgery and then they'll use that and kind of be in the gym more and now start taking care of themselves because they have that little cheat code that, helps them further. So I actually see a lot of girls that do that, and that's okay with me. They take it serious. I always say, like, if you're gonna do your body, especially girls like doing lipo and BBLs and stuff like that, like it's an investment. What is the point of like going and doing your body and then eating bad after? And like you're just wasting it. And then a lot of the times, like you're not going to keep what you just paid for, so you might as well just from there just maintain it at least, Bless.
Yes. So I'm looking, thank you. I'm looking at like, everybody need to find their own line, or where do I cross the line to hurting myself? Where do I cross my line to affect my health and my well-being? And where do I cross the line? And this is becoming an obsession, an addiction, right?
Yeah,
And there
but
is another avenue where, yes, it's an easy fix. Like I could be there like overweight and visualizing in the gym, like how I'm gonna look all thin and fit and muscular to motivate me to work out. Or I could be on your table, give me that so I could see it in a mirror, and now it's up to me to maintain it. So it depends where everybody's at, right?
right. It's like anything. I mean, honestly, like if you didn't eat healthy before surgery, are you probably going to eat the healthiest after surgery? Like it's you have to adjust your whole lifestyle. It's not just like, okay, I got surgery, now I'm the healthiest person. You still have to like retrain your body, your minds, and everything else in other ways, like how to stay disciplined from there. So surgery is just a quick fix, but some people will maintain the lifestyle, others just do it just looking for a quick way out.
Yeah, but I hear you. It's more than that. It's going into the habits, like good habits, like mindful decisions and choices of what we do, what we move, what we eat, and rest and all that, right? Because in the end, yeah, we all want to look good and young. I mean, I don't know a person that will say, I don't want to look good and young. You know, they might not admit it. And it's also the other thing, like I want to age beautifully, right? Like I'm someone personally that I'm afraid, like I'm not judging, I'm afraid of doing something to my face.
Yeah.
Is where I'm at today, right? Because I have this belief that once I started, I can't stop it and I have to keep on doing, and then I'm gonna transform into somebody else.
Yeah.
That's my belief today, right? But in the same time, I already know that moving forward in my life, if I get like crazy wrinkles and whatever, chances are that I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna iron a couple of them. You know.
Well, good news is you're beautiful and you don't look like you need anything.
Well, thank you. Well, this lighting helps a lot, but girl, I'm a decade ahead of
But,
you. You know?
it's so crazy too because I think like more women, honestly, we need to like just be like more verbal towards each other because we I see women all the time and like I could look at you and be like, you're perfect. You don't need anything. Like, what do you mean you want to do your nose, your lips, your this, and look at you like you're crazy. Like when I tell people that I want to go and get my body done, they're like, you want to do what? Like you don't even have no fat. You're perfect. No, to me, maybe to you, but to me, I'm not. But I think like if women, like it's so easy to hear it from a man, and we're so used to hearing you're beautiful that like I don't even think we like us women care half the time. You know what I mean? But if we
Yeah.
were to hear it from other women, like, I think we would feel so much better. And then honestly, I think a lot of us would probably be more confident that like some of that stuff wouldn't even be needed because a lot of it is like a silent competition. Like, like you're comparing yourself to the next one and the next one is looking at you like you're beautiful and you don't even realize, you're thinking that everyone is looking at you a certain way when a lot of us are really looking at the next woman like, wow, she's awesome, she's this, she's that, but in our own heads we're like, we think of it a certain way because we're so much harder on ourselves.
Yes, you touch on a very good point there. First of all, how we see ourselves is not how others see us. So that is like that's the work that I do, like really going to the into the mindset, into the beliefs, into identity work, like how to be happy and content with who I am in
Yeah.
this body, with muffin tops, with wrinkles, with whatever the shit is going on. I just want to age happily, right? Not perfectly, because I don't know who decided on perfect, right? But
Right.
at the same time, and I hear you and I agree with you, there's still too many spaces where women are mean to women.
Yeah, like really mean. And that's also like the reality show that we're about to start filming, that
Is it allowed, sorry to interrupt, is it allowed to tell us the name?
yeah, it's called Keep It Cute. It's with the Clubhouse Network. We're based out of Arizona, so it's kind of like new and stuff like that. I know like they're trying to get on like Netflix and stuff like that, but like none of that is yet. So everything's still really new. But like that's the one thing is like we don't want to like sit and be mean to each other and like just be, beating up on each other, kind of take like, like what's your weakness and kind of like all builds off of each other and collaborate. I know one of the girls, like she's like, she's an esthetician and she does stuff, and like with me, with the post-op care, we were already talking like, okay, like how could we collaborate, and things like that, where we're not looking like it's a competition. Oh, okay, well, I'm this and I'm that. It's like, okay, what can we do together? Like how can we make money together? How can we
Exactly.
book jobs together and do events together and stuff? It would be really nice, if more people can be like that instead of, like I said, just these little mean girl.
And here we are people like that. And this is another reason why we show up publicly, right? To invite other people, other women to say, hey, why waste your time and energy bitching about another woman when you could actually hold the space for her to feel empowered and beautiful and seen and accepted? I
Yeah.
guarantee you, you're going to feel better when you do so, right? It's a ripple effect.
And like, okay, like there's so many women out here, you just have to like find your tribe. Like, okay, if you don't like those type, okay, like go find what works for you, who you get
Yeah.
along with, who encourages you, like and I've learned that along the way. You may have a lot of friends, you may know a lot of people, but not everyone is always going to support you, going to be on the same page as you, and that's okay. And it's okay to kind of leave certain people in certain spots, along the way. I think it's important, to just surround yourself with like likewise women, like whatever it is, like you do, like if you do hair, whatever it is, like like your little tribe, your little, however it
Yep.
is that connect with people, and that you feel good about things and stuff, then that's what people need to do, instead of, just sitting and competing and, oh, you look like this and I want to be friends with her because I want to look like that. And it's like a secret jealousy battle for what? Like you were not even, you never even had good to
It's
be that
so
person.
immature. It's
Yeah.
so immature. And it's not cute on a mature woman, fully developed woman, to behave like a scared little girl. Now, that being said, I know that I'm in a work that's the work that I'm doing to pull out that scared little girl and, welcome her into this world. Like, it's okay to want things. It's okay to feel beautiful. It's okay to feel worthy. You are worthy, right? It's okay to say no to people. And it's absolutely okay to walk away from those that always put you down and go find those that empower you and accept you for who you are, right?
And it doesn't mean like you even have to like do things like rude or mean, or like act like you're better than anybody, but like just like like as life changes, and if you're growing to be a better person, it's okay to cut little connections that aren't serving,
They're
you.
serving you. Yeah. They're not going where you are going. So
Yeah.
you have two options: stay behind with that or keep on going and evolving and,
Yeah.
create the life that you want. Okay. So as we come to a closing, first of all, I'm going to put the links in the description for those of you that are listening and watching this. Open the description. We're going to put some links where you could follow Crystal on her social media, to follow her work. She's really fun. I mean, I just connect with her a few days, and it's so much fun to watch her stories, and it's all
I have
positivity
fun.
and happy and joy. So it's amazing. And then hopefully we get to see the reality show that you're shooting here coming up.
Yeah.
So what do you want to tell to this beautiful audience in closing?
Basically just, whatever, as women, whatever you decide to do, whatever you think is beautiful, that's okay. If you decide to go through surgery and stuff like that, I just encourage people just to do their own research, make sure that you know who you're going with, that you're secure, don't just follow any trends, don't follow people, just do your own research. Everybody is different, everyone's health is different. Don't take any shortcuts, don't lie, things like that. Just make sure that you do things correctly, and that is okay. There's not going to be people that support you, and that is okay too. But just make sure that you are confident with what you're doing. And the women that don't want surgery, that that's okay, that's fine. Everyone is entitled to feel beautiful however it is. And I just want more of us to just be kinder. I think all of us have a story, and a lot of us are just mean because it's like a front, but a lot of us just want love. And I was like that too. Sometimes I can't lie. I've been through a lot. So sometimes I put on like a mean girl demeanor, but I'm like the nicest person ever. Like I cry for everything. Like, so,
It's a protective mechanism. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people, it's like, she's such a bitch, but like I've never really had a problem who like, or a person who's met me and like doesn't love me. Like I'm the nicest person. I would do anything for anyone. But do I look like a bitch? Yeah, absolutely. My mind is usually on like go. I'm usually thinking about business, 100 things. So I may not look the friendliest. But I think, like being around good people and stuff, that helps. And we can all bring out like the better in each other if we just learn to just be a little kinder. That's all.
Perfect note to close on. Be a little kinder. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Crystal, for honoring us with your presence and your bubbly energy and your positivity. And everyone, go ahead and have a bear experience.
Thank you.
And this is where we landed. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed the show, make sure you leave me a review to let me know. For more bear experiences, please go to simonaspark.com/bear and follow us on Instagram at simonasparkworld. I can't wait to have you back. Until then, be bear, bold, authentic, radical, expressed. See you next time.